Hey, this is Videobob, and here's another cool product review. This is not a paid endorsement. This is an item that I bought myself. Recently, I reviewed the Almar little miniature tiny knife in one of my other videos. When I was buying this knife, I picked up just a toy. I've always wanted one of these. They're commonly called stilettos or switchblades, but basically it is a spring-assisted opening knife. Now this is made by HK, which is basically Benchmade knives. I'm looking there up on their website is benchmade.com, and I'll put a link to this knife. It comes in this flat black color, as well as sort of a tan, khaki, I guess a military kind of color. And I've always wanted one of these, but for the longest time, these types of knives were illegal in most states, and here in Texas they were illegal, and recently they repealed the law that allows spring-assisted knives. The only type of knife, according to the code that I read, that is completely illegal to own is what's called a gravity opening knife, a gravity knife. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what a gravity knife is. But here's the thing that you need to pay attention to when you're looking at these types of knives. Let me bring a little light over for you. So the one that I was looking at originally had an edge on both sides. This one has an edge only on one side. It's not serrated. And the important thing here to know is that, at least in the state of Texas and in most states, things that are called stilettos, daggers, throwing knives, throwing stars, they generally have two sharpened sides. You're not allowed to carry a knife that has two sharpened sides. Sometimes some knives look like they have two sharpened sides, but they don't. But this one clearly only has one sharpened side. Now, the other thing is that the knife is not supposed to be longer than 5.5 inches, I believe, is the length. And generally, a cop will tell you that you can use the palm of your hand as a test if you have a big manly hand like myself, or you can simply measure it, and this blade is about 3.5 inches. Now on their specs on their website, it'd probably tell me exactly 3.47 inches. So about 3.5 inches. This is called an out the front mechanism. It's automatic opening. It's a D2 blade steel. They don't give you the blade thickness, but it's very thin. I mean, it's pretty thin. I mean, I don't have a caliper to measure it, but I would say that it's less than, it's between a 16th and an 18th. I don't know. Anyway, now its complete opened length is 8.10 inches. Closed, this thing is about 4.5 inches, 4.63 inches. It weighs 3.5 ounces. It's pretty light. And let's see here. So basically, this is from Benchmade's HK Turmoil family. These are about $305 on their website, although it shows them to be sold out. And you know, I kind of got a little ripped off because she had it listed for $350, the lady I bought it from at this knife store, you know. But I think that the premium really is that they're kind of hard to find. You know, they don't make a lot of these, and a lot of places just won't sell them because of that. So be real careful. And like I said, I'll put a link to this actual knife. I'm looking on their website in the video. Now, like I said, this is not a paid endorsement. They didn't pay me. But, hey, Benchmade, HK, you want to send me some cool stuff to review? Please do. I'll take it. But I just wanted to show this thing off. You've got this cool little belt clip here that has 3 cap head Allen machine screws holding that on there. This thing is really tight. It's kind of hard to get it even in and out of your pocket. Now every time I hand this to somebody and I say, here, check out my knife, play with it, they do this and they go, what's wrong with it? It doesn't work. And I'm like, pussy, push it all the way to the end. You have to really slide it up to there to trigger it. And that's because they don't want this thing going off in your pocket, stabbing a hole through your pants. Now, this thing is effing sharp. Let me tell you here. it is sharp. Here's just a piece of paper. Well, that didn't do very good. There we go. Look at that. I mean, this thing is... You see that? See what I'm doing there? Like little tiny slivers. This thing is crazy sharp. I did get stuck there. It's not super powerful. It's not meant to penetrate through stuff. That's not the design. And that's a good thing, because if for some reason, let's just say, somehow, some miraculous reason, it did go off in your pocket, it's going to give you a smaller poke than you would. It's not going to like, it's not like you can't stick this up to somebody and go, stab you. Doesn't work that way. But God, I love playing with this thing. I can do this all day long. And look how fast this sumbitch is. Look at that. It is so instantaneous. Look at that. It's... Is that not the coolest shit? Anyway, this thing is a lot of fun to have. And just be careful with it. It is crazy, stupid, sharp. Benchmade HK Turmoil family spring-assisted blade. So... like I said, I don't know the exact terminology that this is supposed to be. You know, what you call it. Now, they've got some other ones. They've got one called the Epidemic family. That's going to be a two-sided blade. That's going to be something you're not going to want to have. You know, they're going to be mad at me for saying that, but here's the deal. You don't want to be caught carrying one of those weapons, because they'll confiscate it at the least, if not write you a ticket or jail you, depending on the situation. And check your local state laws to see what is legal to carry. Now, I never understood why the hell would something like this be illegal just because it's spring assisted. I mean, a fixed blade knife has the blade out all the time. What difference does it make how quickly I can open the blade? Who cares? Like, what does that have to do with anything? It really doesn't. You know, how quickly you can take it. I mean, because what's the argument to just carrying a fixed blade knife in a sheath? The difference. Anyway, I just wanted to show this thing off. Very cool. There's a link in the video if you want to order one. And if you work for Benchmade or HK, please send me free stuff. I want it. Thanks. I'm Videobob. Please subscribe. I do cool stuff like this all the time. See you later.